Imagine the following situation. You are one of the most richest men in the world, and suddenly you are investing in a bank. Unlike old times, your investment needs digitalization in order to, well, I would not say compete or survive, but in fact to do actually avoid an absolute failure. Remember, software is taking over the world. For some reason, you are also the expert we need to create the system of the bank. But to keep it simple, we want you to create a simple application that handles the following functionalities. Create an account in the bank, obtain an account in the name of its owner, deposit and withdraw funds from an account, and transfer funds between two different accounts. For now, let's forget all the things that concern the real development of the application and concentrate only on choosing a programming language. For example, let's choose JavaScript to work with. However, you can always proceed using any language you want, such as Java, Python, PHP, C++, and so on. And that's because the chosen language is not important at this point. So, let's start coding. But wait a minute, is it a good idea to create those functionalities as one large piece of code, like in one file? The answer is no. This is a bad idea. Imagine having 500 functionalities to make, and you did it in one piece of code. Finding mistakes and applying changes to them will be an impossible task to make. And then comes the question. How can we efficiently organize our code? The answer is what we call a programming paradigm. A programming paradigm is a fancy title to describe popular ways or styles of organizing your programming. This is not a tool or a language. It is a way that helps you think and organize your code so your life becomes more and more easier. In the end, you may find more time for yourself, or just take a vacation. There are many types of programming paradigms. For instance, there are logic paradigm, functional paradigm, structured and procedural paradigms, and guess what? The MVP, object-oriented programming paradigm. So, now you know that object-oriented programming is a paradigm, which is a way to think and a way to organize your application's code. But, if we have multiple paradigms, why do we actually care specifically about object-oriented programming? Let's take a step back and try to create our bank application using procedural programming, which is, by the way, a style that organizes the code around entities that are called procedures or functions. Then those functions call each other to simulate a large functional system. And the result using JavaScript might appear as something like this. Now you can clearly notice that the functions are calling each other. For example, to withdraw or deposit an amount of money, you need to get the account first, and to make a transfer, you need to get both accounts and then call the withdraw and the deposit functions. Those are 5 functionalities. Now imagine having 500. The code will appear to be something like spaghetti. Everything is calling everything. And that's why object-oriented programming comes to the scene in order to avoid this complexity and helps make your code better and better. This takes us to the next video, in which we will learn how to think and use object-oriented programming. This is Hassan Farsi, and see you in the next part.